everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, two of the best defenses in the NFL will be in action. Each ranks in the top 10 in fewest points allowed. It's the Vikings going up against the Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Philadelphia Eagles. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here we go now.
A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. Wentz now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. 20, 10, and he's going to score. defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Now a handoff looking right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
To throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. To throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on. Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now they try the right side here, and he'll be knocked down sideways. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. look to throw here. And incomplete here on third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste? Down the numbers. There he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Wendell Smallwood with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Slot man moves right. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. And a give this time to the tailback. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now receiver in motion left. Now a handoff looking right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Being chased out left. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now back to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13. Here to his running back. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Lucky 56.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Here we go, Leopard. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Here we go now. Over! Watch it now, Marty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Second down now after the incompletion. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
To throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bishop Sankey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And the lead is now an even 30. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Let's go! 319! 319! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now!
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Check. Crunch. Watch it now, Barney! Now let's go!
Going for the deep ball. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Watch left. Side to the left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go!
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Running back, it's complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here we go!
Halfback sent in motion.
Ohio! Motion!
It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Flex round!
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go!
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Man
over the middle, and it's complete. They needed 15. They got 16 and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd down following the incompletion. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3, 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Blue, 90. Detroit. Detroit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football, But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Busting free at the 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Come on, let's go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
All right, here
first down. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Boom. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.